Hero's journey means confronting your darkness, addressing it head on, consciously. Sometimes we have to wrestle with it, tussle with it, jujitsu it, but we have to master it and overcome it. In that darkness is our challenges, our wounded Chiron, our fears, things that we are scared to death of. There are some people who have superseded the fear of being in the body, basically breaking it down to non-existence, confronting the challenges of what it means to be entombed in this body. And once you overturn your darkness, now you bring in the divinity that wants to always express itself. And you become an example of what it means to be a divine being, as you are a walking, breathing human. And you set an example for everyone else. There's enough space on this planet for everyone to be a way shower and to be an example. A lot of people say, well, Mr. Gano, how is it that, I want to be, no. You don't want to be like me. You want to be like you. You want to be the highest version of what it means to be the highest version of you. But in order for you to get there, you have to adopt and adapt your hero's journey. You, Supernova Farm, when you went into the military, I was like, okay, he just got on to another path. That's the hero's journey, because I know a lot of people that didn't understand that move. They didn't understand, well, he's doing those, why would he? And I'm like, people have very, very myopic, limited scope. They can't see the benefit that comes with that. The reason that I recognize that, Supernova Slum, because my father was in the military for 29 years. Absolutely. Wow. And I salute him every Veterans Day, Memorial Day. I put some liquor on the altar and I sit and I play Bobby Blue Bland on my altar and I shed tears. And I really miss him being in my life as a grown man. Even though I'm 56 years old, I miss my father all the time. What would it be like if we could have a drink together and just laugh and joke and, you know what I mean? But spiritually, we are connected. So
I love you.
Where?
What?
Show me. Where is this love? I can't see it. I can't touch it. I can't feel it. I can hear it. I can hear some words.
You really gave us a great example out of the book of the hero's journey with your own personal journey. We saw it directly, and there's so much that comes with that. So for anybody who is watching, can't be a coward on the hero's journey. There could be no equivocation, and I'll just leave it there. If there's another question or anything we want to talk about, but I'll leave it there because I don't want to overtake this with
No. I mean, you're flowing because people are dealing with the responsibility of themselves. That's what it really comes down to. We are held accountable and responsible for ourselves. We all get the call, but not many of us answer. It's always speaking to us in our dreams, and signs and symbols and people, places, and things. And a lot of us have heightened gifts, but we tend to ignore the call, right? And so what I think about the hero's journey is when the call happens, you have to answer the call. Now when you answer the call, it's kind of like Mission Impossible. This message was selfish. If you choose to accept this mission, right? You say, yes, I accept this mission, and then you're given the assignment. And then that's it. You are lock and loaded with that assignment, and you have to follow through. You talked about courage, So in the spiritual practices, can you share with us 1 to 3 steps that can unlock someone's courage so they can answer the call?
Wow, that's a great question. I would say a lot of the things that I teach, I try to do from an experiential base. When I got the courage, one of the hardest things that I had to do in my life, I wasn't good with, if I was in a relationship that wasn't working, one of the biggest difficulties was breaking up with a person, going to, telling a woman, we're not good together. I'm going to go this way and this is over. I was never good at that. I don't know if it was a level of cowardice or if I just didn't want, I don't like to hurt people.
So you waited them to break your heart and to leave you?
Sometimes I would stay in a bad relationship for the longest and it just, till the wheels fall off and and then they would say, hey, I'm out. I'm like, okay, miss you, take care. I was in a relationship, and Tehuti literally sent an apparition of himself, and he addressed and said, "You must leave this relationship," because he knew that relationship would have killed me that I was in.
So you answered that call.
Oh, did I? I was afraid to disobey him.
Woo.
I said, like, literally the very next day, she came home from work. I happened to be there. I took her and said, you look so beautiful, babe. I love you so much. And, but we're done. She was like, oh my God, what? I said, yeah. And hey, I used to live with her, so she could have said, get the f out of my house. Like, she could have did that. I had to face that. But that was one of the biggest overturnings of me moving my fear out of the way and addressing something that I needed to address. I'm going to tell you, brother, that was the biggest adjustment that I needed to make, because my life has been on a nice, steady climb upward ever since then.
Come on. Wow.
I didn't have the courage or the wherewithal to know I would still be there right now. And that was a short 14 years ago, right?
Wow.
Also, I haven't had sex since then. That's another thing.
Whoa, you've been celibate.
Yes. Wow. I have not had, of course, hug, touch, all of that
It's
stuff.
intimate,
but
but not necessarily to that level. Right.
So that was another thing. That was a major sacrifice that I made, and a sacrifice that I am actually in right now. And what I noticed is that is one of the cornerstones of my willingness to participate in a larger arena of being a servant to humanity. You got to give up something. What is your sacrifice? I'm like, okay, I don't want to give up a limb. I don't want to lose my hearing. And of course, that was a huge sacrifice. I put that on the table. All right, cool. And literally within that week, that's when I started to have miracles happen all around me. Wow. And I could project it to other people. I could program that miraculous energy into things, inert objects. And I'm still discovering and experimenting with what it is that I can do with that sacrifice. So that's part of the hero's journey, right? What are you willing to walk away from? What are you willing to give up that you love so much? And people, to answer the question or to encapsulate it, fear doesn't belong in the hero's journey. So a lot of guys are afraid to confront certain things. Address it head on. Get into the mix of it, because if it doesn't kill you, it will make you stronger. It's important for people to be able to identify, address, and put their hands on the very thing that they've kind of been avoiding all of these years in their life, and overturn that, because usually on the other side of that is the very thing that's been waiting for you, sometimes for years, and in even rarer cases, for lifetimes, for you to transact and push your fear to the side.
For some, it will be a resurrection. For others, it will be the ultimate capstone to everything they've been seeking. The Awakening Seminar will be the best spiritual presentation you have ever experienced. How do we know? Our teacher, Sri Master Gano Grills, has conducted over 30 completely different presentations around the world on every spiritual, religious, and metaphysical topic, and has answered thousands of lifelong questions from truth seekers, high and low, just like you. Galighticus is an open community of unity-based consciousness who pursue the 4 E's: empowerment, evolution, enrichment, and enlightenment. The nucleus of Galighticus is comprised of the official students, initiates, and adepts of the various spiritual programs designed by higher beings through Sri Master Gano Grills for the maximum benefit in this lifetime. Galighticus has the most exciting arsenal of spiritual artifacts, tools, and modalities that enhance one's spiritual growth on every level. We have successfully achieved a student body of world-class education, from the clandestine occult to the metaphysical esoteric. The Galighticus community feels that this movement and its teachings far supersedes all areas of spiritual study and exploration. Why and how? Simple. Sri Master Gano Grills teaches what works to change your life with solutions that will ultimately impact your family, community, and ancestors. Galighticus has the world's largest database of testimonies of success from people who have learned from us. If you are serious about life-changing spirituality and taking a mild or quantum leap in your evolution, join us today for 3 unique presentations taught by Sri Master Gano Grills personally. Meet the official students of SMGG and the #1 community of light, Galighticus. Apotheosis. Ultra Nahata, Saturday, August 31st. Awakenings, Sunday, September 1st. In Atlanta, Georgia, at the International Airport. Early bird tickets and discount room and group rates are available at events.Galighticus.com.